What's going on, guys? Pants HD here, and welcome to Every World Showcase Pavilion in Epcot Ranked. So as you guys might be able to tell if you've paid attention, we are in a new setup because the treadmill, which you guys can't see, but it's literally, there's the camera, and there's the treadmill, and there's the traffic cone, but the camera's on a traffic cone, but it took our spot, so we just moved here. We moved the picture. I kind of like it. We moved the pictures over here. There's one right there. If you guys want us to put something like right here or up here, we were contemplating it, but we decided against it. Make sure to let us know. Leave a comment and anything like that. So in this video, we're going to be ranking, on our opinion, the best and the worst in the middle of the World Showcase Pavilions. There's 11 of them in total, and yeah, let's just get into it. So for number 11, we have Morocco. So we just kind of put Morocco here because it doesn't really look that good. I mean, I've never been to Morocco, so it doesn't really have any memories.
And there's definitely no rides, and it just looks...
And the food, at least from what I've had, isn't good. The stores aren't very good. And I think there's a band that plays there, but it does not seem like Moroccan music. Yeah, so we just put it down there. I mean, I don't necessarily hate this pavilion. I just, I never really go there because I don't like it.
Alright, so for number 10, we have the United States Pavilion. So, yeah, it's kind of... They have a pretty decent show. It's about, how, the whole American lifestyle, and how we've gone through the Great Depression and stuff like that, and it just kind of explains how we got here today. And the rest of the pavilion is just kind of bland. It just looks like a regular city that anywhere you can find. It doesn't really represent the United States all that well.
And it's tries to be colonial, but it doesn't really feel colonial because you're in a theme park.
Yeah.
So coming in at number 9 is Canada. So Canada is... It looks like it has a lot of potential because it looks really cool. I think they still have a waterfall. I know they did at one point. I think it's still there. And it's got really cool scenery and stuff, but it's not all that good, really. It doesn't really have anything to do. I'm pretty sure... I don't remember seeing the show, but I'm pretty sure it's boring because I never went back.
It has Le Cellier, which is just an overpriced steak place.
Yeah, it's and the gift shop isn't that good, and it's kind of awkward from my perspective, is you go in the gift shop and you accidentally walk too far around and you're in a bar and you're like, what the heck, how'd I get here? So coming in at number 8, we have Germany.
So Germany, it has pretty good food. It has some good desserts in there, definitely, but I think if it had a ride, it'd be probably in the top 3. Yeah. Because it looks like it should have a ride there, but it doesn't. And it just it's like a huge pavilion without a ride.
So. And you walk and you're like, oh, there's a ride here if it's your first time going, and then you're like, wait, why is it just food?
Yeah.
Or I think there's food back there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming in at number 7 is Norway. So Norway has a ride, and Frozen Ever After is quite a popular ride. So I might be surprised that it's this low down, but simply by making it Frozen ride, and there's a princess restaurant there that I think might have been there, but they kind of frozened it up. It doesn't really feel like Norway anymore. It feels like they're trying to make Arendelle, which doesn't belong in the World Showcase. It belongs in Fantasyland.
Yeah.
So I bet all that background noise that's the one downside about this new setup.
Alright, so coming in at number 6, we have China. So China has some pretty good theming. The restaurant's okay, and they have a really nice show. Or I think I don't know. I haven't been in it in a while, but
they have a cool. It's like a showcase of the Disneyland. The new one in China. I don't know where it is, because the Beijing one has been there, but that's cool. And the food's decent, and they have really good shopping, and they've got a lot of cool stuff that isn't in other places. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's probably one of the best shopping spots in the World Showcase, and it's just cool. It's pretty big too, and there's a lot of different things you can see and explore. But it doesn't have anything like too much that stands out to move it up higher on the list.
So for number 5, we have Italy. So Italy has probably one of the best restaurants on Disney property in there.
If you guys saw our best restaurants at Disney World, it was number 2. So it's up there. It's a really good restaurant. It's just there's really nothing else to Italy in the World Showcase.
It's just the restaurant.
I think there's actually 2 restaurants. I don't know if I've been to the other one. And I think they have a like ice state, like the what's it called, gelato? Is that it?
Yeah.
I think they have that there. I think that stuff's pretty good, but it's closed or I'm full when I get there. But the scenery's all right, and the stores are kind of boring, but the food is just really, really good.
So coming at number 4, we have Japan. So Japan is it looks really cool. The food there is but it's themed. The theme is it's themed really well. It has a really, really nice store there. The store is huge, and has really nice like that temple thing. And they always have people out there playing on the drums. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
And they had in the shop, I think they got rid of the majority of this, but when they had the Kim Possible stuff and the Perry the Platypus stuff, they had like a really cool mission that went on inside the shop, and I'm pretty sure that's the only place that happens like inside like a shop, you know what I mean? Like one of them happens in the Mexican Pavilion, but yeah. I know Perry the Platypus thing still exists, but it's on your actual smartphone now, and I haven't done it, but I've heard it's not as good as it was.
Yeah.
So coming in at number 3, we have the United Kingdom. So this is one of my favorite pavilions. It's right by the International Gateway, so as you come in, you can see it and go there. It looks pretty cool. It's not like anything crazy special, but I went to England for a while, and it's kind of like reminds you a little bit of it. It's got a nice garden you can go and relax lots of the time. I think sometimes you can meet Mary Poppins. But going back to the garden, they also have a like heavy rock concert that goes on there sometimes. There's a schedule somewhere for it. So if you want to see that, that's there. And then the shop's pretty cool. It's got a lot of soccer or football in Europe or everywhere except America and maybe Canada. I don't know about Canada. But shop, it's got a lot of cool stuff, but they also have like teacups if you're interested in that sort of stuff, and like British memorabilia. I probably said that word wrong. And they have some cool like dragon figurines and stuff. But they have a little fish and chip stand, and the food there is really, really good. I haven't eaten at the actual like sit down restaurant, I don't think, but the food there is good, so I imagine the food there at the sit down restaurant is at least up to par.
Yeah. Alright, so coming in at number 2, we have the France Pavilion. So it has one of the nicest themed ones. It has like a mini Eiffel Tower there, and the food there in the back. So you kind of go, you walk in, and you take a left at the very back, and you go around, and there it is. And it usually has like a 30-minute wait, but it's worth it. Like it has the best desserts. It's so good, and yeah, really nice theming. The only problem is there's not a lot of places to sit, and you usually have to like find a place to sit, and it's kind of hard, but yeah.
So adding on to France, it's got the Eiffel Tower in the background, which is really cool, and it's also close to the International Gateway, so if you're staying at Boardwalk, Beach Club, or Yacht Club, it's one of the first things you get to. It's good. They have a cool telescope that you can look at the World Showcase through, and you don't have to like put in quarters or anything. It's just kind of there. I think you can't. I don't know if you can move it though.
I'm not sure.
But they also have a place where you can paint your face. I don't know if I already said that. But yeah, that moves us into number 1, which is Mexico. So the restaurant in Mexico is
not good.
It's not good. It's got decent theming. I mean, if you don't really eat that much Mexican food, it's decent.
The quick service outside of it's better.
Yeah. The chips at the sit-down place is pretty good, and so is the salsa, but nothing else is like special. It's like mediocre Mexican food. Like I ate a Qdoba today. Qdoba's probably better.
Yeah.
But they have the sit-down place has a really cool like ride or view of the ride, which is the Three Caballeros, Donald is in it. That's one of my favorite rides. I think if you guys watched the last week's video, which was the all rides and some other stuff ranked, I think it was in the top 20.
I think it was 18. I don't remember.
It's not on this paper. It was somewhere up there, pretty high, and it's a good ride. It's a boat ride. It's got some screens. It's got some small world aspects. It's a fun ride that like you can go on.
Yeah.
And also they have a lot of interesting stuff for like you can buy at the shops. Like you can take over for that.
Yeah, so they have a lot of like not personalized, authentic Mexican like stuff you can buy there. Like they have artwork and they have little like statues that they paint. They have clothes, and it's really nice looking in there. It's like you're on the streets of Mexico at night, like a nice part of Mexico, not like a border town, but like it's really nice.
And also, as you enter the pyramid, before you go like down to the bottom, when you're like in that little area where they have like the Duffy sticks that you can get stamps for, it's I think there's pictures around that kind of tell you about Mexico.
Yeah.
And I don't think they have anything that obvious in the other places. I'm pretty sure they have it somewhere, but you have to kind of go hunting for it. It's not right there. So if you want to learn about Mexico and you're like going around the World Showcase to learn about stuff, it's right there. It's easy to see. It's easy to learn about. That is going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure you guys let us know if you like this new setup better. I think I actually do. We might look into getting a poster right here.
Yeah.
Just because it kind of looks kind of lopsided.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also make sure to let us know if you want us to put stuff there. We were gonna put that here, but poop kind of scummed his way in. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave suggestions for what Disney videos you want us to see next, and we'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.
And then you're like,